Hello rimfire friends. Today is August 22nd, 2022. I'm in my backyard today, so you have to forgive some of the background noise. Filming a quick video today of a new wee toy I have on the back of this rifle today. It's an Accu-Shot monopod. Picatinny rail fitment. I actually put this rail on this past week in anticipation of this little toy's arrival. And I'm not going to go into the specs about it because there's lots of videos on these guys and you guys know all about them. But I quickly want to talk about why I decided to go with one of these. So this rifle is my competition rifle, my CZ455, and this is what I use in ORPS and shooting off barricades and that sort of thing. And for me personally, when you're shooting in one of these disciplines and you can have multiple bags and stages and things like that, you have wonderful bits of kit like Arca rails, and my particular one, has been truly amazing for what I do. I use this typically as a rear bag, and it's nothing fancy. It's a sticky kind of rubberized Champion bag. Has a nice strap on it so you can hang on to it. And one of the unique reasons I wanted a monopod was the targets that we shoot at our range are very high off the ground, like 5 feet off the ground due to range rules and regulations about ground strikes. So your rifle has to be quite canted. And so I was finding my typical rear squeeze bag that I was using had to be at an angle like this. So I'd get it under the rifle on my buttstock like that, and this is what I would use as a squeeze bag. But I was finding it was such a hassle with the other bags and stuff like that that I was having to carry and get into the position and figure it out, that 9 times out of 10 I was leaving it behind. And I actually got quite good at just using my hand on the back of the rifle stock, and due to a lot of practice I guess just leaving it behind. But I decided I wanted one of these guys because they have the pretty, I just smacked my chair, has one of these unique abilities to, which I'm sure you guys know, to pivot, if I can find the screw here, like this, right? And so you can grab it with your hand and lower the rifle and stabilize it, and you can make it very short, right? And then grab onto it and stabilize the rifle like a bag. So in my opinion, is this better than a bag? Well, I guess it depends who you are and what you like. But for me, the reason is it's on board and it can adjust, and it offers lots of flexibility. So this is in kind of its collapsed or almost collapsed position. This is in its extended position, and then it has the ability to fine tune it, like a bench rest style rest, right? So you can turn it and adjust it to fine tune it for bench rest work, which I'm not really interested in. But really what I'm interested in is the ability to do this, right, with my hand. And because it's on board, it's something I don't need to carry. My hands are free. And so I played around with, my hands are free now too, but I just found that I was leaving it behind because of the height that our bipods have to be. It was typically like this, minus the monopod. This was the angle, and it wasn't ideal. This was too low without the monopod. I mean, just in the buttstock, this was way too low, even with my hand. This was too high, and so it was kind of in between. And so this is what I typically use because it works in other situations too, and it's kind of usually in this sort of shooting discipline, your equipment has more than one purpose usually. So I found that I wasn't using it anymore, and as a result I wasn't as stable. So this is my attempt to kind of bring some of that stability back while being on board. It also doubles as a nice bag rider, which will also help in other ways because of the height of these targets. Like even when I put my own target stands out, steel rather, it has to be 5 feet kind of height, and the targets that we use are 5 feet in height. So on a bench, you're canted quite high. So typically this would be, get it all the way out, I think that would probably be on the collapsed position. This would probably be ideal on most bench situations at my range. And then when you're prone, you have the ability to gain more height. And then of course, when you can play with it that way. So anyway, that's kind of my quick little video today outside of my backyard on my new mod that came today, and I'm pretty excited for it because I've been thinking about it for a while, and so it's here, and I'll be playing with it a little bit during some practice this week and see what I think about it. But anyway, any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll do my best, as always, to answer them. And thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys at the next one.